Yeah, I'm gonna start the stream with my title screen. Actually, no, fuck that. We're gonna be up there. I'm gonna get this shared around town a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Let's close that. Yeah, the stream's got everything. Oh, they also got me on fucking Facebook. That's okay.
Portal City Podcast.
Yeah, that's the
Talking
name.
software
Talking
with Chase
software.
Johanson.
Yeah.
Multi-streaming with Restream. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not. Oh, they added something to it. I'm changing this. Mm, It says brought to you
All
by
right. Well, very good.
Musicgroove.
I just shared it, so yeah, I guess we should probably go live pretty soon here.
Well, we are live at this point. It's a matter
Yeah,
of
right. But this is just the beginning commentary. Uh,
we're we're working. I gotta share it to all my groups and schmoops, all the places for the people. Facebook makes it really hard.
yeah, they make it real difficult. You can't just like.
No, I have to. It's like it wants me to start a watch party everywhere, and then it changes my
Mm-hmm.
all the makes places. Me watch my own stream and listen to my own places for the people. Facebook makes it. Here we go. That's one. Let's just do a regular share, and that'll just be that. That'll just be that. We got four people in here saying what's up with the what's up.
All right, cool. Let's do it then. I'm shared.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the final share.
So I guess the best thing to do is just to introduce myself
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
and foremost.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be on the Portal City podcast. When did this will start?
Yeah. So, yeah, Chase, go ahead and introduce yourself. Um, tell them who you are and
Number 7.
what you're doing here.
When did the podcast start? Was this number 7? This is episode number 7.
Yeah. It started a while ago, like end of last year. I think I was
Okay.
in Portal City, and I just had the idea and decided to get it rocking. I've been doing it weekly since I've been here, though. I think I did like 3 episodes with Alex, and we were just talking about randomness. But yeah,
Well, great.
now we're uh now we're just doing a weekly thing. You're my first interview, definitely first remote interview. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah.
Well, awesome. I'm glad to be part of it. I'm a musician and a songwriter and a DIY producer when I can be, and I just like to play music, and I will have a lot of equipment, and I've gone through a lot of trial and error, and I've got a lot of friends that do similar stuff, and obviously you and I have known each other for
A
quite some
long
time. We go
time.
way back, both with music and not music. So I've got a record, Second Things First, out on anywhere you stream music. It's doing great on Spotify. I had a couple of songs do pretty well, so give it a stream when you get a chance, and I'll kind of run you through how I created that. It's a lot different than obviously your style of music, but obviously there's going to be some similarities. So
Lots of
yeah, I'm interested to
similarities.
see where the conversation takes us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also a little background for how I know Chase. I was at UNCW for a quick for a quick few months, and he was there at the
Stint.
same time. Yeah, had some mutual friends, became friends ourselves. Um, but really, though, when I started the idea of producing music, before I actually had any of my own equipment, I would go to Chase's house in his room, and we would record stuff. We recorded sounds. I found a recording of us having a conversation into microphones, like just because I just wanted to collect random samples, I guess, at the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, and we have
Oh yeah, I remember.
yeah.
Very fond memories. I record a lot of that's mainly what I do is recording sounds using microphones to make music. So there's not a
Yeah.
lot of post production aside from the plugins that I use. So yeah, it's I love that space, and that's it's such an important part of music is being able to know how to record and record sound.
Yeah, yeah, and he always had the high quality stuff right off the bat. I was like, I had bought like a little $30 microphone, and I was like, I could try this, or I could just go to Chase's house and know it's gonna sound good right off the bat.
I'm always trying to sound better. I'm always trying to sound better. I'm always looking for the better mics and the better preamps, and I'll definitely tell everybody what my favorites are right now.
Yeah, so right off the bat, I think we need to show off the thing behind you. It's the
Sure.
mixer. Yeah, show off the mixer behind you, and definitely show them that mode that you showed me yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, I can get over here and cover up the window so you can see it a little better.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this is a Control 24 by looks like Focusrite. Focusrite makes good stuff.
Dude,
Have a lot of their
yeah,
stuff,
I bought
and
Focusrite stuff because you had Focusrite stuff. I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
they just have a lot of good stuff. And I have that attached to my Mac over here, which is desktop Mac, and that one basically it connects via Ethernet, and then it's basically a keyboard. It's your hands. It hooks up to Pro Tools. I use Pro Tools 2018, and all of these get assigned a particular track, and then you can use the sliders, the faders, and you can use the pan knobs. You can use right tools to automate. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. And my favorite button actually is over here. It's the save button.
Yeah.
You just press save, and then it saves your project.
So it's like
That one's great. And
it's
yeah,
like a
it
hardware well, I guess software replicates hardware for the most part, but that thing in particular works like it's software. It almost seems like.
yeah, and it
Look
has
at it.
preamps built in, and on the back it works like a regular mixer. So it has inputs, outputs, and preamps, and you can use it as an actual mixer. So if you were to put this in a studio, you could run everything through it, and
Yeah.
then you could use it to record, and you could also use it to edit, which is pretty cool. I'm missing a slider here,
Missing one
but that's
slider.
about it. Other
Yeah.
than that, it's fantastic. It's probably somewhere in the studio room, and I really like I really like using it because it just back to going to that sound that I'm always chasing, better sounds recording, better recording sounds, mixing as well. You're able to really dive into the mix, and you can hear a lot better when you have fine tools to
Yeah.
really
So and
help
you
you
said
along the way. But
it connects to Pro Tools, which is that's something that I haven't actually ever used before. Pro Tools, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of the standard for live recording for the most part. Um, it's
I think so. I think it's
yeah,
definitely one of the standards for the music industry in general. Just no matter what you're doing, whether it be composing or even just a voice teacher. Just a lot of people use Pro Tools as their industry standard when you get to the professional level, and that's nothing against any of the other tools out there. Obviously, Logic, Ableton. Um, there's so many of them that
Yeah.
are very reputable, and they all do basically the same thing. But Pro Tools is who most of my engineers used, and I was working with 3 engineers at the time. Only
Mhm.
made sense for me to just get with them, so I did. I just
Yeah.
catered to them and got Pro Tools. I'm happy I did because it's very user friendly. And
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm
this is fantastic too.
yeah, Pro Tools getting my Pro Tools certification is actually a part of the course that I'm going to be taking when I go to London.
Oh, in London,
Yeah. So, I think it's like
fantastic.
later though. I think it's like the advanced engineering course, which is like about a year and a half in or so. Um but
Well,
yeah.
I can't wait to be WhatsApping you like every day. It's
Yeah.
just something I've been looking forward to for you for a while now.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be incredibly cool. That's for sure. Just I did a virtual open house a couple weeks ago, and it's got to see
Yeah.
all the facilities and everything that I'm gonna be able to use, and it's just gonna be cool to be able to have nonstop access to like the highest quality of equipment. Because I
Hmm.
mean that's pretty much what the journey has always been, is just trying to find the best way to create quality. You know, I last week on the podcast I showed off all of my things and realized how much I have at this point. It's a lot of
That's good.
technology.
That's fantastic. I remember when I met you, I'm gonna call you out here. You were
Oh,
telling me you had sold off your instruments
I did.
and you just had stopped playing music, and I don't know, I always saw that that you were very interested in music, so that definitely it's great to see. It's a relief to see that you've built your collection back to where it was
Yeah, in
or
a
higher
yeah way. It's
and
a lot.
beyond.
Yeah, it's a lot right now. um. So yeah, so we talked about Pro Tools some, and then, um, I never really used Logic. You were using Logic a little bit, whenever I
Yeah,
came
yeah.
over
I
there
was
back
using
in the
Logic for
day.
a couple of years.
So if you don't know, Logic is like it's like Ableton or any other digital audio workstation DAW, but it's Mac only, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think it's Apple's
Yeah.
owned. It's GarageBand on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Super Garage Band.
So it's great for creating. Ableton Fruity Loops also great for creating,
Yeah.
but not so great at maybe workflow and arrangement, post
Yeah.
production if you're working on sounds if you already have the tracks.
Yeah. So with
But I like it.
Pro Tools, like what types of plugins do you use with Pro Tools? Like
Yeah.
that's I mean,
Pro
I know
Tools
plugins is a
Pro Tools, yeah.
broad statement.
It
But I
is. It's a
guess like
very, very
do you
broad statement.
does
So
Pro Tools have a lot of built-in plugins that you like, or there are some things that you like to outsource more, like different compressors and stuff like that?
definitely some tools that I really like. Logic has some really good plugins.
Yeah.
Logic has some really great plugins built stock in when you get the program.
Yeah.
And Pro Tools really has some really good stock plugins that I like that are universal, and they don't color the sound too much, but they just sound really good. And you can't go wrong with the plugins that Pro Tools has, but it does lack certain things. There's no pitch correction or
Yeah.
um you're kind of limited when it comes to compressors, so maybe there's one or two that come with the standard program, but I've definitely started to dive into the world of plugins, and I'm always out there looking for free plugins. So
Yeah,
at
there's
this point, I
so
probably
many
have
free.
a
Yeah.
hundred or so.
There's so many free plugins, and they look like it's fun. Like sometimes I'll open up a free plugin and it'll just look like not that clean, I guess. But then you turn the
Yeah,
knobs and you listen to the sound, and it's like, I mean, it sounds good, you know.
sounds good. And the great or the best plugins are the ones that have that blend knob at the very end,
Yeah.
where you can use the plugin, and then at the very end there's like a mix. You can be like dry wet. You can be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll blend that in a little bit to what I had, or I
Yeah.
can just full. That's my favorite part. It's difficult to me when a plugin colors the sound and then you have no ability to blend it with the with. I mean, you can get that done by using sends and buses, but I just prefer the plugin is all inclusive. Sound Toys is
Yeah.
who I'm on right now. Sound
Sound
Toys is a
Toys.
fantastic
They have a bunch of different
fantastic
plugins, right?
company. They have a bunch of different plugins. They're all great. I have a compressor from them. I have a reverb from them. I have a limiter from them. I have one. I have a I have a dual compressor that emulates a Shure compressor. It's a analog compressor from back in the day, and it's a really cool. It's called the Devil Lock. That one's really cool. I also have uh a saturation plugin. That
Yeah.
one's called Decapitator. That one's fantastic. That basically
I've
that
heard
plugin is
about that one
universal.
too.
I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't even record an album anymore without it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put out music without it at this point. Decapitator is definitely a secret weapon
Yeah. And so
by Sound Toys.
is that one of the more expensive ones though? Decapitator? No.
It uh it
It's like
it's not cheap. I basically looked around for it for a while. Waited till it was on deals. Like they run deals on Cyber Monday and
yeah.
what
That's
is
the
it?
best day to
Black
get
Friday.
plugins.
There's all kinds of deals in small business Saturday. So you can always look for deals and hop on plugins. I do that like once or twice a year and just kind of like get a couple of them. And
Yeah.
Decapitator was one I just recently got. It's just so great.
So, I have this one that I just got recently called Soothe. Have you ever heard of Soothe before?
I haven't.
Okay, so Soothe basically, so you know how you can often have resonant frequencies, like when you record vocals, and you kind of
Yeah,
you'll
like
kind of use like an
try to EQ
EQ
out.
with like little notches to try and EQ out little individual frequencies. So Soothe is a plugin that automatically does that in real time. Like it tracks and reads resonant frequencies, and then you can set how sharp you want it to cut out frequencies, how selective you want it to be with the frequencies. And I mean, it soothes, it basically just smooths out pretty much any sound. And so I've been using it on pretty much everything. More so in vocals, I use it a little bit stronger, but in all my bass sounds and all my risers and everything, it just kind of helps everything blend together because it takes out little
The
individual
OEK
freak.
sound.
Yeah, yeah, oak
Yeah,
sound.
that's good. I'm gonna have to get that. How much does that cost? Do you know how much that runs
Yeah,
you?
it's like $200 or something, but they have a 20-day full free trial, and that's a cool thing about
Oh,
pretty much every plugin and every software that we talk about is gonna have a nice free trial. Like at this point, it
some sort of
seems,
yeah, some sort
yeah,
of.
yeah, like a full like Ableton's
I
got a 90-day free trial right now. 90 days,
Yeah, you can record an album with it in 90 days.
no problem.
I think that I'll probably get that free trial right when I'm gonna mix and test drive it, see what it looks like when I'm getting all the vocals established. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
that's that's great.
it definitely saves a lot of time when going through and listening for all the individual frequencies and trying to notch out little things. And then my issue with notching them has always been, if I uh, if the pitch is changing, the frequencies that you're going to want to dip are going to change constantly as the pitch is changing, because you got different sets of frequencies working together. Um, so
And plus, you're gonna take out some good stuff, and you maybe want that good
exactly,
stuff.
like so
So
yeah,
I don't
if
know
you
if
notch at a certain point, and then your pitch moves, then that point that you had notched out might actually be what you want when you move and pitch. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
So
the plugin, it does it in real time and it moves with the sound. And it's really cool. Yeah, really cool.
what else you got as far as plugins? I was gonna talk maybe a little bit of equipment. I guess the monitors that are back there as well, but I don't know what as far as
Yeah,
other
plugins,
than
man.
Soothe have you been using?
I have been using so I just last night downloaded the a free trial of Volume Shaper um by something. I don't remember. I can actually pull it up and everybody will see it. Volume Shaper.
Yeah,
Cable
I'm looking at it.
Guys. Yeah, Cable Guys. But Volume Shaper is basically cuz in electronic music, you sidechain compression is like the king basically.
Huge, yeah.
Um
Kygo is all about that
yeah,
bass, you know, that
like it
bass coming through, and the rest of the music just ducking underneath it anytime. Just
exactly.
like, boom,
So
boom.
sometimes you want that pumping effect, and the heavier stuff, it's really about sneaking it in, like you want the kick to punch through because it's the power behind
Hmm.
whatever sound you have coming right after the kick and the
A
snare, and
lot of
also
times, a lot of times, the mix it just kind of overwhelms the kick. You kind of lose that power.
yeah, exactly.
Feels weak or thin.
You almost want nothing to be happening during the moment of the kick, pretty much. Like as I watch um, videos with producers that I really respect, people like Mr. Bill. The more the heavier they compress, and I feel like it leaves more space because in the volume wars that we all play, where you want your songs to be as loud as possible. Um, Having space in the mix to be able to compress the whole thing more, that's one thing that sidechain compression does. And so volume shapers, I mean, the main reason why I know about it is because people use it to create sidechain compression, because you can draw
David
the
Guetta, Steve Aoki,
yeah, you can
some people.
some people. No, but a lot of my friends too, um, like who was oh, Bobby, one of the guys, Macaque, that used to master my stuff back in the day.
I
Um,
just bought Volume Shaper right now as we were speaking.
yeah, you might as well. It's only like $30. It's cheap.
Super affordable.
Yeah,
Super affordable. It's
yeah,
mine now.
yeah,
That's great. I'm gonna use it for kicks.
yeah. Because I mean, so like, cause in Ableton you
Pro
have
Tools
a
does not have a good sidechain plugin.
yeah.
Pro Tools does
That's
not
what
have
I
a
was
good
about to
sidechain
say.
plugin.
Ableton, the sidechain,
Does
it's
not.
like you have your threshold and your attack and your release, and it's this game of trying to get
You
the
can't dive in there. You
threshold
can't
to
dive in there. Like this.
yeah. Volume shaper, you literally you draw the shape that you want the compression to sidechain at, and it will duck exactly how you draw it. It's just it lets the actual shape of the compression be more intentional rather than trying to get a plugin to sound good enough. It's like this is what's happening. We're gonna yeah.
Definitely. The Logic stock plugin is okay. It sounds
Yeah.
very similar to what you're working with. You're Ableton?
Yeah. Yeah. I use
Okay, so
Ableton.
yeah, that it sounds. I think Logic and Ableton are very, very similar.
Oh, I'm
Um,
yeah, yeah,
Ableton may be a little better at creating electronic music, but my
yeah.
best friend out in Seattle uses Ableton. He's been actually mixing our videos that we've been making for
In
I
Ableton?
don't know, just to pass the time. And yeah, we've been mixing them in Ableton, or he's been
Yeah.
mixing them in Ableton
I've
on
been
Instagram. So
yeah.
yeah, shout out to
Ableton
my handle, Chase Johanson at Chase Johanson. Go listen to that Ableton mix, and you can tell Nate what you think.
Yeah. But yeah, Ableton is
You like it?
I love it. And you can actually you can export video, like HD video from Ableton. So like I import well I'll if I record I've made a few little videos recently, and what I'll do is I'll make the video
Where can we find those videos?
everywhere. You on Instagram. Mostly just make like quick little things for Instagram at the moment, but I have YouTube and Facebook and everything's slash
What's your
dreadlock
handle?
vibes. Everything website.com/dreadlock vibes. Whatever your choice is. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all dreadlock vibes. But
Yeah, I'm all linked up.
yeah, we got you following me now as of yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know how I wasn't supporting it.
No, it happens. It happens. I'm pretty sure. Like I probably liked your page like within the
Just goes to
last
show you there's a
couple
lot of
weeks.
people you know. There's a lot of people you know that you're friends with that just it slipped their mind for the past
No,
couple of
and I
years
mean
that they would
it's
absolutely be
and
willing to follow
also
you. Just think about how many people.
yeah. How many invites do you probably have on your Facebook invites feed at this point? I probably have like a few hundred things that I've been invited to over time. You know, it just it adds up.
Get saturated. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, way saturated with decapacitator. What is that word?
Decapitator.
Decapacitator, not
That's the plugin.
yeah, decapitator. Yeah. But before we get out of plugins, there's no way I cannot just bring up Serum, which is by far probably
Hmm.
definitely my favorite plugin. It's just a simple
Yeah.
I mean, it's not simple per se, but it's a very user friendly wavetable synth sound design engine. Um, where actually for a second, I'm gonna pull that up on the screen.
Serum is an amber-colored protein-rich liquid that separates out when blood coagulates.
Yeah. That's what I use to
It's
make
also
all of my sounds.
uh,
That's the secrets to the trade.
well, Serum is a wavetable synthesizer, so it is a very complicated instrument
Yeah.
that manifests itself in a plugin. But you could do a lot of the same stuff with an analog synthesizer,
Oh
but
yeah.
you would just have to really know what you were doing with the knobs. This is a very, very display friendly synthesizer plugin that allows you to really see what you're creating, and very, very helpful in creating
Yeah.
new sounds
Look at
that
that. He's
people
got a
have never
picture up.
heard before. Is that kind of the general idea?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because all sounds basically, they all have a shape. You know, they all have a wave, and then, um, a classic analog synth is gonna have like a sine wave, a smooth sine wave, some sort of saw wave, a triangle, and then some variation, a square, and then some variation of those, and what you can bend those shapes with the different knobs that exist on an analog synth basically.
Infinitely.
Yeah, and then Serum, you can do so much as to take a mouse and draw a shape, and that be your shape. I mean, that's and traditionally with an analog synth, you would have to, you know, uh, to get. I don't. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you say you wanted to map an LFO to a knob on a classic analog synth, you'd plug in a cord from the LFO area to wherever you want to send it to, and that would send that signal through the cord. Basically, am I right?
I I believe so. I've never used Serum,
No, I'm talking about an
but if
analog
you're
synth.
using it, oh, an analog synth. Oh, okay, yeah, I was off track. Analog
Yeah,
synths, I typically actually record with the at the XLR outputs
yeah,
straight into an analog preamps, and then I run that into an interface. So
nice.
it's usually stereo preamp signals
Mm-hmm.
coming from the analog synth. That just feels like a real breathing kind of thick depth sound, and that's why I guess I stay as close as I can to those versus using something like Serum that
Yeah,
you absolutely can create something that's very similar, close if not identical. But I've always had trouble creating recreating the depth that analog synths
yeah.
naturally have.
That's one thing that's one thing about Serum is it's great for its purpose in that you have a lot of control, but it's almost too clean in a way. Like it doesn't have.
That's what Decapitator is great for. So, you know,
Yeah,
you could take that clean sounding
and
plug-in built, you can throw Decapitator on it and saturate it and really give it some head and uh, muddy it up a little bit, give it some life back. It, you know, it's a digital creation, but it can do definitely the purpose you're
yo,
trying to
Chase,
do.
Chase. So
Um,
I got some something going on in the chat right now. Did you
Zephyr
ever
Records is
hold on?
Serum,
Did
and
you
also it's $200. Sorry.
yeah? Did you ever have a did you ever have a tutor named Sydney in the UNCW days through
It sounds very familiar.
biology
I
in Anchor's Bend?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely,
she's
definitely.
watching right now.
That's great. That's fantastic. Well, tell her that I still love biology. I
Oh
studied
yeah,
3
she
years
can
of
hear
it. I
you.
graduated
Yeah.
with business, but I still free dive, and I love obviously studying more about biology and neurobiology, and she definitely helped me along the way because you know, trying to run track and do music and study all my courses at the same time, biology was certainly difficult to I guess comprehend. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow. Well, small world.
Yeah, she's
Thanks for tagging along.
yeah, she's out here. She's recently started learning how to do some producing and stuff and tuning into
Ooh,
all of my podcasts, my live streams. She's awesome. So, yeah. Small world. I knew somebody
definitely.
would have just known you without knowing they knew you.
And not for music, for
Yeah, not
biology,
from my
which
yeah,
is
from
even better.
yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah, X for Serum. It's $200. Great plug-in. All right, Chase, tell me about those sweet ass monitors you got behind you right there.
Yeah, awesome. These studio monitors, there's two pairs of them. If you can see.
Yep, we got them.
The one behind the microphone right there is a JBL. These are passive, so they're getting powered by a dual amplifier down here, and eventually I'm gonna set it up so that the bass and the treble are powered separately by their own preamps for each
Yeah,
speaker. But right now they're just getting one signal, and they sound great. They're fantastic. Then I have a pair of active speakers in the back, and those are Genelec 1032Bs. They'll run you some money, but they're
yeah.
fantastic, and my go-to ears at the very end because they're much like this board. I guess I'd make the comparison. They really let you dive into the sound and hear every little imperfection. So these are a little more soothing sounding, um, bass rich, passive speakers, very warm. These are active, just you know, blow your face off with precision
Yeah, very
speakers, and at the
flat.
same time, they're great. And I also have a Bose sub amplifier or subwoofer down
Yeah.
here that I use when I'm trying to mix bass.
Oh, so I have something cool to show you that you haven't seen of mine. So these I when I moved here to Mebane a few weeks ago, or I guess it's been a couple months
Hmm.
now. I left my rockets with the portal, because they could use them more than I could living here with my family.
Okay.
You know, I can't really use monitors that
Yeah.
much. So I've got these Sennheiser HD 600 headphones. So it's like real. I mean, they're they were like 350 bucks or something like
Yeah.
that.
I'm
But
looking at them.
they're
What are they?
really they are extremely
Audiophile
nice.
quality open.
Yeah, open
This looks
back.
really, really cool. Wired
Yeah.
over ear dynamic. They have a driver in them. Do they sound pretty flat? Do they give you bass highs?
They give me so
What do they
it's
sound like?
very flat. Yeah, so it doesn't, it doesn't boost the lows at all, but you can still hear all of the elements that exist. So it's really really been great for mixing, and I'm so used to mixing with my Rockets. These are definitely flatter than the Rockets were, and
Oh yeah.
they give me the Rockets have like they kind of boost the mids and the bass a little bit.
Yeah.
Still great
Oh yeah.
monitors,
Yeah.
but
A lot of those.
yeah. But they which was great when I was trying to hear more bass, but these have kind of switched my thinking a little bit to focus on all the little. I just hear all the details so much.
Yeah. Oh, I mix definitely with headphones throughout the process. These are my ATH
Audio
M20Xs
Technica.
by Audio Technica. Yeah, I've got a couple pairs of these. I've got the M30s, I've got the M50s, and they all
Yeah.
sound real good. All of them sound pretty flat. They all sound a little different. These I've had for like 3 or 4 years, so
Mm-hmm.
these are getting a little old. I've replaced the earbuds, but they're my go-to because I just love them and I trust them. I've got these Beats Pros that I'm using right now. They really color the sound quite a bit. I would
Yeah.
not advise mixing with these.
No,
These are just
they're beats.
they give you a fake sound. It's all the bass is boosted. So
Yeah.
they're great too. But also with the world of studio monitors, headphone sounds. I know there's a lot of great ones out. Sony makes great headphones.
Yeah.
Sennheiser obviously makes great headphones. I love the Adams monitors, the ribbon tweeters, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Those are
Mm-hmm.
great to check out. Avitone makes a great mono sounding single box cube monitor. So yeah, all those are great. Yamahas as well. The HS8s and ups
Yeah.
are just fantastic. So
Yeah. And those are great. Like Yamaha.
sorry to go on like that, to ramble on like that, but there's
Nah.
just so much good stuff.
Yeah, the Yamahas and the Rockets seem to be like that first step into the tier of nicer monitors that people choose between. I think the Yamahas are a little flatter, um, but also again without a treated room, um, it's there's not gonna be that much of a difference because your room is pretty important. um,
It is very important. Yeah, I've seen a
yeah.
lot of people have really good rooms. I'm kind of somewhere in the DIY world. I have these
No,
back
yeah, you got
there, the
some.
bass
You probably
traps
got
and the
yeah.
and I've got a cloud above me, but that's really bit it. The back wall's got a bass trap and maybe two diffusers, but it probably should use a little more in this room. And
Well, you
I
can. I
think
mean, you
somebody would
can't.
walk in here professionally and scoff.
Yeah, you can't even. You can't really go like. You can't even have uh, too much of the foam stuff. Basically, you can just pretty much
No,
keep
no, it's
keep
very
going.
sparse.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show
It's
something for you to look up. The sub pack. You know about the sub
okay.
pack? SUBPAC. I'm gonna grab mine to show people.
The sub pack, the Bose Soundware. Is that it? What fully integrated audio system that immerses audio in high fidelity physical sound. So
Yeah.
you basically just wear a speaker and it
You
just
wear
rattles your body.
yeah, you just wear bass and it's just from 0 to 200 hertz and it
Are you
is
familiar? 0 to 200 hertz. That's crazy.
yeah. You can't
Are you
see
f-
this,
you
but
could one day they're gonna fully integrate the festivals so that you can wear those
yo,
with
a
whoever's
silent
playing.
disco with these would be the best
Sub
thing
pack. Oh
ever.
yeah.
I mean,
in the
it just
entire world. Yeah.
it works so well with headphones. I mean, in particular with these headphones, I just
Yeah.
love the combo, and it's like being able
Getting in there.
to, it's as if I was in a room that had a sub, but
Be cool to
placement and
mix that
room wise, exactly,
like with it.
yeah, um, yeah. So these are pretty hard to come by. I was very blessed to be able to find someone, but the they're you can find
Yeah.
them. They're like kind of sold out on the website, and they tell you that they're not
They're
gonna.
coming soon though.
Yeah, yeah. They've been saying that for a hot minute.
In the
um,
picture here, they have the Subpack Pro Studio in the background. They've got those monitors up there in the top left or top
yeah,
right, and that's those right there. Actually, that's the new version of those Channel
nice.
X. So you know that they're on the same page.
Yeah,
The
no, they're on
Subpack
the same
guys.
page.
I'm definitely gonna look into that.
It's really cool, especially because I can be sitting on a park bench somewhere and I still have the same quality of sound all around, full range from sub to top, no matter where I'm at with these headphones paired with that. It's really cool. And then when I moved to London, then my I'll have access to studios that are all treated and have different types of monitors in all the different rooms. Some of them have Yamaha, some of them have Rockets, some of
Yeah,
them have other higher end ones. So I kind of wanted to
sure there'll
have.
be some Channel X.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure.
So we have a few minutes left here before the top of the hour, um, and yeah, I just wanted to touch this. Uh, I had I guess I'm intrigued by the sub pack. Have you heard of it's like the 15th Harmony?
15th Harmony. I'm not familiar.
So there is apparently the ability to shatter cancer cells with resonant frequencies, and you can
Really?
actually you can actually supposedly
Well, let's
be
pull
able
that up.
to destroy cells with waves harmonies. They basically just resonate the wave apart. They resonate the cell apart when you radiate the body through that. And it'd be an interesting treatment, ears and the sub pack to use. And I don't know. I think it's maybe the 15th. I thought it was the 15th harmony, but that doesn't look like it's
Hmm.
coming up. But
But
there's a
that,
certain frequency, and then you use its 15th harmony, 13th harmony
yeah.
together, and you create the sound.
Sydney's familiar with it. Um, yeah, that makes
Okay.
a whole lot of sense. No, it's apparently that's her ultimate goal. We're giving away her secrets.
Oh wow, wow! I'm on to something here.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but no, that makes a whole lot of sense, and there's a lot of research that's been done for the connection between different frequencies and different moods, and I mean, just think about how we communicate. You can tell in the tone of a voice what somebody's intentions are, what their kind of mood is, just from a different tone of voice. So it makes a whole lot of sense that we could intentionally use certain frequencies to either trigger certain emotions or even affect our bodies physically. Um, and I haven't done that as much as I would
Definitely.
like to, but um, I do have an idea to kind of someday do like a down tempo album, where I do each song is in a different key, and the key is the mood of the song is based off of whatever emotions have been shown to be triggered through the root note, and just kind of play with that.
There's all kinds of ones at 440 hertz, 444 hertz,
Yeah.
and that's I don't know. It's interesting. I can't find the
Oh,
video that I or the sound that I originally was listening to when I first got into this, but I don't
400.
know if I can find it. I guess I'll comment it.
Yeah, 440 hertz is like the I don't remember what its significance was, but there's like the perfect, that's like an A, and the perfect A is like 442 or something like that, but playing it at 440 has a different effect. I don't remember exactly what I read about that. It's been a while since I thought about that stuff.
Yeah, it's really interesting, but obviously that's a conversation that you should have with somebody who is very into healing and very into the actual physics and engineering of the sound. I'm really just an instrumentalist and a musician, and I've basically just been a hobbyist at some of those ideas. But I guess
Hobbyist.
I always wanted people to I always wanted people to get involved and learn more and research more and use music to heal. And I think it's a beautiful thing, sound waves and the science behind music. So I guess I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Um, I hope we covered plugins and hardware to the best of our ability.
No, we definitely, that was a
And if not,
really,
we'll have to do it part two.
no, we definitely will do another one at some point. Um, Real quick, you sir got signed by a company not too long ago. We should talk about
Yeah.
them real quick.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll drop them. I'll drop them a line before I get off. Finish the rest of my day here. But I did basically accept an endorsement from a guitar manufacturer out in Bend, Oregon. They are a pretty well known organization. They've been around for quite some time. What really did it for me is they're a naturally sustained, responsibly sustained organization that uses basically wood from their backyard in Oregon to create most of their guitars. They also source, worldwide, but they're very responsible at how they approach it. They're very into tones and wood, different styles of resonant woods, and
Yeah, they have an
they,
organic line that I've been looking at.
yeah,
That's such a cool idea.
that's brand new, and they've been really good to me, and one thing led to another, and we teamed up, and now we're working together. I took over their stream recently, and they've been helping me out with my videos, and been able to get a guitar, Breed Love guitar, and I guess I didn't
Yeah.
even say the name. Breed Love is the guitar
Yeah.
manufacturer in Bend, Oregon. Breed Love guitars. So thank you to Breed Love guitars for helping me out and with my journey, and I've been able to have some really great conversations with them, and hopefully I'll be able to go out there and meet with them very soon. It's just all happened so fast, and
Yeah.
it feels really good to be recognized by an organization that's been around, that people know of, that guitar players particularly are very fond of.
Yeah.
Breed Love, that's what it is.
Breed Love
Breed Love.
Guitars. Fantastic. Fantastic company. Chase definitely deserves that opportunity. You know, he's been probably
Thank you.
like the most talented person I've known for a long time. You know, I've been lucky to get to hang out with you and have you help
I don't
me
know about that, but I'll take
learn
it.
stuff. No, yeah, it's it's a fact. um, but no, you work really hard and
I'll
it
look
and
for
it
the Cozy
shows.
Fest this year.
Oh my god. If I don't know about that. Well, I'm personally not going to be in the country. Probably by the time we even
That's
are
right.
allowed to I probably won't be able to play another concert in the country. Just throwing that out there, like I'm coming to accept that as a very big
All right,
possibility.
so I'm not looking forward to Cozy Fest this year. Then I'm looking for the
Or
next co. I'm
yeah,
looking forward to the next Cozy
the
Fest,
next thing. You're looking forward to coming
wherever and
to
whenever that may be.
You're looking forward to coming to London. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fly over to
To visit you,
London.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're gonna.
I will definitely make a trip.
Yeah, I'll get you a little. I'll
I've
get you a
got some
couple
friends
little
in London that I
gigs.
need to visit.
Exactly. See.
That'd be I've got a great following in London as well. It's actually probably my biggest following.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
sweet.
yeah,
Um.
thanks for
So
having me on to the Portal
um.
City podcast.
Yeah. Where somebody asked where they can listen to your
Oh
music.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Anywhere you stream music. I dropped a line earlier, but obviously, for those that are just hopping on, Chase Johanson, chasejohansonmusic.com. My
Yeah.
Bandcamp is on there. That's where the money goes directly to me. If you're gonna be a supporter, you can buy my records
Yeah.
there. Um, but also you can go stream on Spotify. You can go stream
Yeah.
on Apple Music. You can stream on what is it, YouTube Music now. So those are the majority um, of where I think my listeners are. And anywhere you stream music, my music is available. And I appreciate you helping me and supporting me along, and also supporting
Absolutely.
Dreadlock,
Yeah, real quick plug. His song,
aka Mikey, aka
yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Oh, I meant to ask you this. Did you record Old Man in My House?
No, I didn't. That was
Okay.
not. That was in a
Which
studio.
one did
But
you
I
record in my
recorded. I recorded a lot of the album that is called Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Much of that album in your house, and one of the songs, Your Mind, was almost entirely in your house, and that's one of my favorite songs. So go
Yeah.
check out Your Mind.
Yeah.
That's a song
But no,
that
if you go on
was, yeah,
Spotify and you
completely
look at,
written in Mike's house.
yeah, yeah, in my old house with my boy Casey. Um But if you
KCBL,
go
yeah.
on, if you go on Spotify and you look at Old Man, you'll see that that thing has like 260,000 views or something ridiculous. Just
We
to
just crested
give
the
y'all,
250,000 streams. So
yeah, just to give y'all a reference for how awesome his music is. And I happen to have the stems for Old Man, and I'm remixing it like right now, like it'll be done in like less than a week.
oh,
So
something to look forward to.
yeah,
So
some
dropping a line.
collab, some
For those
long
of you that stuck
long
with us throughout the podcast, there you go.
yeah. No, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, we had a pretty solid group of people. It always it 20 minutes in is the peak every time, no matter what. Restream gives me feedback email, and it's 20 minutes in is the peak, and then it wavers a little bit, and then towards the end it normally slows down a little bit. But even if it's just, we've got like between 4 and 5 people who are just hanging in strong. And that's what we do it for. We do it for those of us who are paying attention. And this video will be posted on, it automatically stays on YouTube and on Facebook. Um, so yeah.
Good, great. Well, definitely connect it to my stuff, and I'll see if I can get it up on the website. And
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
having me. Obviously, I can't wait to see you soon. And
Yeah,
when
dude,
all
we'll
this is
get the
over,
video
and I
working
can't
for
wait
you
to
next
hear.
time.
It's all right. We were video chatting it last night, so I got to
Yeah.
see you a little bit.
Yeah. Word. Well, thank you so much for coming, man.
Yeah, no problem. And obviously, peace and love, and we'll stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Good luck with the music, and I'm excited for you about London.
Yeah, dude.
That's just it's something out of a story fantasy book.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it and everything that it will be able to create for myself and everybody I know. So, yeah.
All right,
All
thanks to
right.
everybody that
Much
was
love,
tuning
man.
in. Whoever typed comments, Sydney, wild small world, and uh, thanks to your family, obviously, and tell them I said hi.
I absolutely will. Have a good one, man.
Hi, Mike.
Yo, so real quick, that was my really good friend Chase Johanson. Known him for a long time. Super humble guy. If I know you guys here at the end, there's the same little group of people, but you need to definitely go check out his music. Man's got a voice of an angel, and he's really good at playing guitar and everything. Um, so yeah, fantastic musician. I'm blessed to have known him. You know, the the first song I ever made, most of the all of the sounds. I recorded a lot of extra sound samples in his studio. Um, yeah, yeah, Kenny, that's right. He's not a real person. I've been that's my opinion. He's otherworldly. But you know, us, all of us, everybody connected to me has a connection to him. It's a beautiful circle of people that we've got growing right now. Sydney calling him out. He did not like biology. No, I mean, he was running track and he was making music. You know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that was really awesome. And also Kenny and anybody else, if you want to be featured on my podcast in the future, or if you uh, if you know somebody you think I should talk to, just let me know. Hit me up. I am down to Kenny. Obviously, we're gonna get one in ASAP Rocky. Um, but I really yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad. I hope that the Zoom went smooth enough. I know the video from him might have been a little bit choppy, but the audio seemed to be coming through pretty clean, and you guys didn't complain about it in the comments. So, uh, yeah, I had to get on here and ramble for at least a couple minutes after Instagram. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, Kenny, we can really act up. We can stream and both screen share our Abletons. Yes, Sydney, I want to talk about frequencies. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna get those figured out. I've got so just to also give y'all a heads up. Um I found out recently that I'm 100% gonna be starting class in London um on the first week of July, which means that I have one, two, three, four, five, six, probably 7 more podcasts while I'm here. And then yeah, 7 more podcasts while I'm here. And then I'm gonna be continuing this when I'm in London. Hopefully that's all part of the plan, is to I don't know, the times might be a little different. It's a 6-hour difference. It's 7:15 at night right now, which depending on when I have class, I could still get I could still get the time to be about the same. I don't know. Um Definitely piece of advice. One thing I've learned throughout all of this quarantine and everything is find some content that you can be consistent with, and it will work. Accept the small numbers. It's me and 4 people talking right now, and that's great. And maybe 3 more people will watch this video all the way to this point. Maybe nobody else will. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're living in the moment, and I'm my brain is all racked up. Um, I'm really excited about my release on Saturday. It's probably one of the coolest songs I've ever made. Definitely the most different from everything else that I've released, and it's it's up the alley of a style of music that I've really been getting into. It's almost like the beats are like the beat has like a 90s hip hop bob your head to the beat kind of groove, um and then the bass just like chops it up. It's gonna be cool. Twitter, Sydney. Twitter is that's the one that I still haven't gotten my brain to attach to at all yet, but it'll happen. It'll happen. You know. Um yeah, this has been really awesome. Today was really fun. It's cool catching up with an old friend I hadn't talked to in so long. Um Oh, Kenny's gotta go. Kenny's gotta go. I gotta go. Speaking of that, me and Kenny released a song last week called "Got to Go." It's pretty dope. We recorded. We had a bag of bamboo. Where's that? What was that bamboo even from? Like what was that? We had a bag of broken bamboo and stuff, and just like dropped it on the ground and an old job. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and we recorded that, and then I recorded Kenny saying some stuff. Um, oh, you still got the bamboo. Yo, so Kenny, I'm gonna bye Sydney. Thank you so much for all your support. We're definitely gonna talk frequencies soon. Um, Kenny, I'm not letting you leave yet. I'm gonna throw the recording of the bamboo stuff into a granulator and see what happens. I think that's the move. The granulator. This would just be, I don't even know what's gonna happen. We'll see. We'll see. Tim, dude, what is the granulator? Ha. Well, it's in your template, first of all. So if you go down to uh, your sound design group, and you what? No, it's you. Well, it comes with Suite, so um, it comes with Suite. So you go to It's a Max for Live instrument called the Granulator. So it should have just opened up, but you can you can make it active, and it's basically you put sounds into the granulator and it randomizes it. Um, Absolutely, Michael Pirozzolo. We can do a full blown. You have plenty of stuff to show everybody that everybody would love to look at. And I think it would also be cool to kind of talk specifically about how you set up sound, how you set up lights. I know a lot of people are interested in that. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. I know everybody would like a deeper look at the functions, an close and personal look at how the cab works, why it's shaped the way that it is, how the audio signal is run. So, yeah, absolutely. That's on the list. So, yeah, this is gonna be a good day too. Yes, I am. I'm as soon. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to get to Wilmington by June. That's my goal. My goal is um, to to come visit um, at least like 2 or 3 times for 2 or 3 days each during June, end of May. Um, and I definitely want to. I definitely want to. Um, I want to perform in your function garage situation warehouse thing, because that just if I was in Wilmington right now, I'd be hitting you up like every week to get in there. It probably sounds so great in there. um, yeah. So for everybody who doesn't know who I'm talking to, Michael Pirazzolo, he owns uh, Event Excellence and now Infrasonic Sound Systems. He owns the Function One system that we use at all of the base planets in 2020, and all of the most recent base planets. Um, and if you don't know what Function One is, it is one of the it's one of the more well known um, speaker companies in the underground and beyond at this point. Um, known for clarity, known for crispy highs and lows, and just a very immersive sound experience that sounds really, really good. And he's got them in Wilmington. Super dope. Um, Yeah. So it's hard for me to get off of here when I know people are in here. Because I just it makes me feel really good to know that that people are interested in this side of things. You know, I know music is very entertaining and all, and I love it. But it's cool, and this helps me think in a different way. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, but it's time for me to go though. I need to get. What am I gonna do? I don't need to do anything per se, but I would like to finish up my song for Saturday, and then who knows? Who knows what else? What other shenanigans I'll get into? Yeah, keep a camelback behind me at all times. Stay at the festival. Um, yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Um, Checking out, definitely check out my buddy Chase, and probably next time I'll have his tags and stuff up here. It took us a while to get Zoom to work, and we had to do a run around. But yeah, I will see you all soon. Have a good one, everybody.